chichimun and no. Now the per diem no, sir, players no more to kind so a day be out, that's what be a bigger, or be a sort of Nissan man, a jacoma. Your bomb every day piano. Play piano ebenya $150 a day. Also the bia and new sika. It be players no. Technical team ebenya 200. Na bonus na ankasa no. Almost players no at the end 5,000. Head coach there 10,000. Afi assistant coaches no. And ebenya 5,000. And other categories as in the technical officials no. Her name ubenya doctors no ne team doctors any omom kasa de matimi ayiri na no incomions no other categories no so no according to the minister no also so ebenya 4,000 dollars I don't know so betimi and players about 5,000 head coach about 10,000 assistant coaches no obi abenya 5,000 and other categories technical officials no so ebenya 4,000 and now okay can in na ebuma edien eba 856,890 dollars ye de ekobo child and so a game no. Now this is my question. Na abidafon so no Kofi this time sha say dey free ho. First of all, Ghana e pese ekobo World Cup. And Uche group Lima with these two games are here, but very crucial. See, it means good result. Your chances of your day World Cup no, and so very, very bright. Now I cover by the tabas over here means gauge the mood of the people, as it gauge the mood of the country. As now the focus no, has shifted from the game never born to the budget. It means in Ghana and in this guy. Sebi Omaya, Yakobo Besia, any adina game back, and as Mukodini, any adino. Do you think, said the timing of your budget discussions, a babuan going to a Yamiadma or China game now? Now, any budget meeting, and can in Namfamu.
Rich, I think, say, in every relationship, Biano, there is a need for openness and accountability. Because even regular boyfriend girlfriend relationship so when you be in Nino Cray and I say and papa any opinions in your honor and I have kakra. So when Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama Efra Benyano Kase for him or Jitu Muse for us to be able to get more love to the Black Stars na say Timemu for in near cost of Black Stars. I think that was a good thought. It came from a good place. Also, you see, sometimes I say, I want to be blunt.
Or cancer the canona.
And I need to be a should be see a fragrance of fee. Now you're too blunt. What the minister did was that it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And unim. The unnecessitation, and because of idea and then but the timing of it was wrong. So it was unnecessary. And Rich Unibibi, ABRF and Mekao. Do you know that about a couple of weeks ago, the last time a Black Stars ever game, the minister was asked about this same Black Stars budget, and he told us it is not the right time to talk about budget.
Ebi obi beka say when I cash minister.
Okay, and the minister voice.
My minister bring one for budget now man.
Okay.
Next month, the senior national team, the Black Stars.
Okay.
You know.
We.
Well, say Ubekaya, Akakakra, Mabeye, and na MPs, na yakwa football in first game against Chad. Now feeder. Now since for be play, ham against her. Name Becca, the the qualification budget to Wasem. Many at that material time and uncle for Bisa budget to Wasem. Assemble one and Bisa say, a bien na budget, everybody was a qualification. Because said, maybe catch you say, my mom $10, and I'm my mom $1 million. And yen as Asicano, no one sema yebecano, and no one sema yebeti at that material movement. And then moi, and the best of the team, you say.
Okay, in terms as I'm now canini. So what changed?
Which
what explanation on what the mind?
Honestly, minim. minim, except that maybe it's an upfront to let Timemfo who say like you can see we've done it regardless of the consequences.
And Kofi Ebinsua say excellency catch and say yeah but game bia make sure say budget at the public. And the last one now one maybe at this time President catch as a chairman my instructor kono catch Ghana for say when you could
you see Rich
but
I also think say sports minister were Juma say as the boss president no which much is the boss baby a dina wa kono critical into Genya to Wasegaka which who a lot of posers say oh akromfo and ponko this you see sad omissions no more free budgeting they could have done the omissions without letting the public know now then after the games because budget, when you make a budget, it's a provision. Yeah. As in say, okay, what project you say? It's your board games you and you can come back and say that omo budget X amount of money. Ni who say a dozen. To say technique, me say team doctor say more $10,000.
Yeah.
And a year film, and now they give them 5,000 USD. Fine. So if you are giving them 5,000 USD, it could have come after the games. Me personally, I'm not even comfortable.
And the Prime Minister says you're qualifier. That 5,000 will be given to the players.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So you see, I'm not too comfortable about even people's money being put outside there. Naturally, when I saw the document, I was uncomfortable. But we can make sure, say, Yama due process have gone through without these things. We don't pay FA so about and say in the right time, they will respond accordingly.
Yeah.
What are we trying to do? There are a lot of tensions.
Because FNF say,
yeah,
your crucial game watch.
Exactly.
So Ubana ya wa say Uba Susan Sebiswa. And here the attention of the game will be shifted.
Is it Rich? The sports minister should not go on that tangent. I don't think it will help him, and it will not even help Ghana football. I think that the focus should be about helping the country to qualify to wherever they want to qualify. And then it ends there. For be obey this kind of say on the budget symbol say Ephraim. Don't let it go on. Ephraim, in the meetings when the Black Stars qualify, you can come back and do a proper press and talk about it. Even after the games, 2 games, boy. Yeah, Mali we are. Granted, we are successful. You bet me back about press conference Charlie Ghana for we have been very successful in our pursuit with the game against Mali and Chad. Now, even apart from that, kind of from the business point of view, when you scar. So we've gotten good money from the Black Stars. Why are you saying it now? In an interview this morning, sports minister on TSC say GF statement on the ban the chassis. I've never seen the GF write any statement and put one person's name there. It's a communications publication on their button. It should not be personal. It doesn't help anybody.
And in
that old administration, it happened.
Yeah.
Sports minister camp, GFA camp. Now after the Ababa Munai.
You qualifier. You are the same people. Any unqualified, any uncle World Cup, any uncle Afcon. Sunny man and an pay because I me bad this same budget issues.
Yeah.
Now me production.
Yeah.
Me ne fatulu me ne zandu me ne discussing. I'm saying look, and then maybe one ma. To say minister can what slash it.
Yeah.
And it change them can have one thing. Because it's sports team you come by near budget near the comma
time now sports minister is a press conference now Black Stars move. So immediately they get in Jamina and enter their hotel room Wi-Fi. Hey,
the first story and
now Muji say it's not good for the players.
And here two kind. Now Ayala your budget at the comma finanza. Finance trading was there be Ayala. Mosumo kwambo 20 cities. 20 cities no. 8 minutes. And you change as you travel to Mecca. You can slash it.
Obeka corner let the job be done.
Simple. Omdi buy no show money no catch on the massa. Omani in this car. Anyway. Yeah, film. You know me try.
But you see, Rich,
they are just custodians.
No, it's about feeding the populace. And you see, a governance. And governments, I feel like the government of the day, the current NDC government, one of the things that is part of their government structure is to make sure that populist stakes is something that they will agree with and then push, whether it's not too right in principle or not. Once the populace see that and because Ghana for the GFA has been unpopular, you pay budget, even if it doesn't help the team. Let us put it out there. but also it has consequences. Let us understand that.
Yeah.
So everything, every part we are taking, it will lead you somewhere. I hope this leads us to the right place. Though.
Because your co-worker.
I disagree.
Now you gauge the mood of the country.
I disagree.
Obia akromfo na mu kodi sika entu ba no na ye focus and say ko game no so na free ho.
Minister sports minister nyadwene da on the question.
Mon kan tom samasa. Sa sika yes yam fama mo ye twam.
See ye twam.
Can oblate my mo.
Ye twam, that's all.
And ya se chinchina oba bontin na
and you see the question is
too much.
Just a couple of weeks ago the minister said that journalists na hand ready. So what has happened?
And that time who excuse in say your game bo.
Yeah.
And the DNT say discuss the budget. Now what have changed? Anna Bremena, man, sometimes maybe to be honest, I don't get it.
Someone. Where do I even start from? You see, Rich, the quality of leadership in this country is one of your biggest problems. The quality of leadership. Now, adeɛ baako a defining a quality leader ɛyɛ the one even in the midst of populism can stand on the grounds and do the right thing, even if it's against popular opinion. Rich, there is nothing equity accountability. You must be accountable to the people, especially say eyo musika and a wodi ye de wo ye ne dia also bu ho akonta kire wo mo.
Sure.
Enti menye sure say Ghana ni bia ebeye against the sports ministry ebu akonta e de kire Ghana for sika ye blasters for nidi. Nobody can say accountability is not good. And President John Mahama, the instruction to the ministry was in simple terms: be accountable to the people. Be accountable. Bunkuntapa. Echira manfo na ye di omusika. Elbow blasters in the national team no brano. Now, Rich, beyond sir instruction, any the goodness in being accountable, now who provides our accountability. No? That is what makes you the person, the leader.
It is a metuasam nasia. Bebu akontano.
Akontano so obu.
But as a more diplomatic situation.
You see, I am not even using the word diplomatic here.
Okay.
But I say, that goes right into war competence as a leader. And I'll raise few questions. Dedika. Since NDC abai by omunemi Honorable Kofi Idi as a sports and recreation minister. Rich, say ode Chad any Mali game we ebeka hwa. We will be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, yababo ye sit game at the blasters level. 6. So all the Chad, yes, all the Chad any Mali we are ebeboy ayanyam we ka hwa. Now assuming yenyambo those games, you know. Say Honorable Kofi Idi Adams say Ghana for nyina enhu ni say oyobia wa veli ne ho say obebu akonta de akere omanfo na yemusa Honorable say Honorable and the first 4 games na yebo home to Chad, yeko away to Madagascar, Unity Cup na yakobo against Nigeria and Trinidad and Tobago na ye did the same blasters team na boy no and wa konta we. Can we just move on and say as a buy no first games are over as the Minister for Sports and Recreation. Any child name Mali game nana. The first 4 games na which was under you, the same person. Creating the impression so me bua kunta che Ghana for no. Sa kunta bu on the first 4 games na ever. Where is it? And it's over. Those first 4 games in an hour country say in 74 Hamading. Seminfa and Kuntabuna or but I thought said na a hunya. Rich, send a hunya there. A banisana all of a sudden Wababiya. But let's even grant him. Say it is better late than never. Say and then honorable Kofi Adams and who say hunya. Say Obua kunta chreya. And then I also go start free baby. Because Nikunta Buono, Ebiakem. The same Blasters had played against Chad, has played against Madagascar, Yabo against Nigeria, Yabo against Trinidad and Tobago, under him as the minister. And who are Rich, me whom is an untimin dadame with gimmick. Obey you know why you obey a shano. I say, so bebu a contadia, bunina. But unkan chere mrebi akem se ade bi hu hia na me sin Fiifi kan che se oh afedi hu hia, then you start from where you think at your convenience.
Ebiana on a second thought.
Enti on a second thought the yabo under you no so wen and then you spend this car we spend
on your boy twem je hu hia you move on.
Rich, the subject of accountability se ubu akonta inchi akonta bu ere is afterthought. It is after you've done the thing. Then you give us the accountability. That is the reason why I reach. So auditors, Baba company bimwa. Auditors, they don't come and work before Uber starts spending. Who are spending a year? Then the auditors will come and meet the accountants. Even a ubu of Sika was spent the subject matter of accountable. Rich, and yet time I will spending answer. And you will be now. Now you see, Sir Honorable Kofi Adams, and to me, I am my accountable on the past Blasters game. And a dear all you know, a tossing mommy. That is my first thing. Number 2. Rich, say yekase woo minister bebua konta on the budgets for Blasters ho echere ye manfo a sebi manu susumina so ehun be ne hia for you to purge propose estimated budgets to the one you have approved. To achieve what? Yes, be catching the book contact budget saying any other cobo chat animal game. No, me busao in all sincerity and in all absolute reasonability, a woman here for you to tell us, say, this was the proposed estimate, and that is the one I have approved. We don't need a proposed estimate because I don't know internal matters. The spending is the one you have approved. That is what you need to tell the people. Unless say you want to paint someone black and paint yourself white, you will not go that tangent. Never. You will never go that tangent. Now, Rich. Yet if Kwesichumune can answer any auditors bar say yebe audite and I say yepe kuntabuo ever sports department in Nkwanwa. Na say your accountant Enoch, any general manager, any the head of the sports, you could share almost a bu akunta. Now, omu running through activities as sports na year within the year. Now, omu bu akunta champion for now. Do you think they will go deep and say, oh, on this day, ye call outdoor ha na sports team no the bag save the buy and ye twitwa we mu and ye approve we and what will he be doing with those details?
This is kasa na mkodi the budget the buy no
see rich, you see, unless you want to achieve something, you want to say, oh, some go for we there omunye me na me ye say enye sa. Then let's tell Honorable Kofi Adam say Ghana for didn't need the details of the proposed budget, because that is not what you are going to spend. The budget itself is the one you have approved. So what is the reasoning of and now come say my way 5,000 and I'm chairman and I'm saying man 2,000? Look, the budget is the one that is approved. The process of budgeting goes through a lot of things, but the budget itself is the approved one. You present that. You see, Rich, for populism's sake, the Kofi Adam say, Obenyan Kofi but in all wisdom, what he has done is it will come back and so he will realize you have made a mistake. He will realize that. Then this is my last point.
Okay.
Even on the impression, say, you say by and I'm slashing is saying, Rich, Bebre, I am misleading. Bebre, for instance. Honorable Kofi Adam say, the proposed budget now a buy. Na ewom say blasters a game na yema players no $10,000 there be on watchum edi about $5,000. That is deceiving, because just as you said, 10,000 na budget ni no say you qualify Kobo World Cup now, you will end up paying all of it.
It is slashing day.
Mamen kana sorry da entias here. Because omuna mini omokasa. Asori dan. Se utie me na wani age say minister na say an na F4 na say enke wini ye ma place no bia 10,000 but odi akọ 5,000 and she say and this is way it has been there since Qatar 2022. Rich, coach, players, any defining almost technical team members, Mazuas, physio, equipment officers, Mr. Isa Medumuni Adimuina. Rich, the minister in the Abetu Abonte say, what bonus in actual fact, and say, and started with Minister Idi, even Mustafa time, that was it, and say, yeah, what qualifiers now? In the budget, it is 10,000. But see, we need game what we pay is 5,000. The rest of the 5,000 goes into accumulated sika edaho. See, it may qualify to work up now. Matches beer blasters ni winning ye beer na a budget team say 10,000. We calculate the rest of the 5,000 that's put it together and give to the players. And sorry then. Say who tie me a man say my minister na kan and nada will say ampa na 10,000 and you have to so about 5,000. That is not the case. Otuado de na 20,000 and you have to so about 10,000. That is not the case. In the event say I qualify ko work up na the yati so work at say matisu ni nyina no o sabeki karabom e dia komano as qualification.
Obi say ya qualify be say we say aska no.
You see, Rich, say ya qualifier. What it means is that even in the budgetary allocation, say 5,000 HMA players now, that should be agreed in the budget. But I'm saying, say, the crocodile of my best slashing, that communication is misleading, because there is a caveat, say, if a certain condition is met, we will come back and pay. Say condition now material, then there's no need for discussion. But I'm saying say I am misleading. sebi no kra na ewo mu no enkenche kakra wo mu efise ye wo condition bi wo ha se esise kimu a de ye nyina ye bo se wo street no so oh ampa na 10,000 ye de ama 5,000 no se ye ba kika bom de akotua if a certain condition is met there they rich and she ya na ye nigye no e nada nigye
we mami
and that is the point I want to make.
wrapping up to heavy
Nhyira FM.
Adia me hu we our budget ma me yam sheme the 5,000 for budget item na wo no $5,000
for child game no kwa
not for child game no kwa
any a malady
yes,
no
again you see in some job for see ye adwuma ye nyine ye ye responsibility see e be kan kra kire mo mutie yen and leave opinions to them. Rich no kra say the $5,000 a mo busa fufu on again and yet for blasters bars no kwa blasters bars te ka ho players ni be do airport sa vans na e ko for mo ba no e ka ho referee ba responsibility ti van e de be ma cars e de be ma referee for no for the omo be nyina to officiate the game say ye the fool on e begum ni nyina ka ho ye opponents Samaliba Rich, we will give them vans for more officials. We will give them a bus for the team. Ni nyina eka ho eni mu petrol nyina. Mijitum say we can present these facts but still make the point to say cars near 20 mpa within that short time $5,000 is too much. That is it.
Oba no aka chese be kam yentia.
That is it. But you see, we should be accurate in our reportage. Say 5,000 budget allocation. No,
Ayala.
Na involve this no way nyina, but still now rich. With the 5,000 Ghana cedis man, we are talking about over 50,000 Ghana cedis.
You be a filling station.
Now 50,000 Ghana cedis then kwa fu baby. Even if say a bus is 10 impo, and you be use within the next 2 weeks in part, you better fu.
That is too much. That is too much.
But let us be accurate.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
Matthias, yeah.
Yen can crunch it. Now you see, FA statement here mudia be.
Yeah.
Any honorable Kofi Adams dey mudia be. Rich. Yepa yebetime nya atwum. But no kran say the communication after the budget ready no. E dey na be kreti apati. Nti yeba yebehwepe ye kobo child game ni we wa we a. Oh, we no me support.
Now the owner Ghanaian say me am qualify kra. They say per walk up. Oh, come on. I say Kofi Adams is a populist. I don't understand the strategy you want to pull off by doing this. I can only pray it doesn't affect the team for the next 2 matches. Okay. Na yemeto adwumadi no so emfa emam yebasisi
Amusu garlic bitters